Okay, welcome to our team call for the Wildflower Tribe. And I mean, you guys are like here. So, yeah, tonight I'm super excited because Katie's gonna be telling us everything she learned at Super Saturday, or her biggest takeaways, I guess, and just what we can put into action right away. And then just sharing some goodness with us about just how to move forward from here, where we are into September, heading into the end of the year, guys. And that's a whole other story of like things that I really want to just bring to you guys. I don't know how many of you are in Laura's Gallup's team page, but we were chatting. We're going to be doing a chat tonight, actually, right now, with a few people brainstorming like some pushes for the end of the year for our teams. So with Craig Daigle, so I'm super excited. Daigle, however you say his name. So I'm super excited about that too. And just like really pushing to make our goals happen. You know, like I hope you guys all know, no matter where you are with your goals, that the one thing I feel like my corporate mentor has said to me from like day one of this year is like, number one, don't count like the beginning of the year. Things could change so drastically from then until now. And number two is like literally don't even stress it. You could get into the fourth quarter, which is where we are now, and those are the people that you're going to end the year with. So I know some of us have goals to be premier or elite that are listening, or I personally have a goal for the team to be elite. I know Katie does too have big goals. So this is the time where like it is still so possible like to bring in new people and to work with the willing and the ready and to really make things happen, because it's this amount of time, like this timeline where it's like totally doable to come in and come together with the team and surge forward and make like, this is it. Like, I mean, we have plenty of time to really make those things happen. So I hope you're not giving up if that is your goal to end the year in any certain place. And that being said, if it is your goal to end the year in a certain place and you're wanting to run, no matter what speed you're wanting to run at, and each speed is obviously okay, more than okay, just make sure that you're talking to your coach about that. Or if you want to run, we're here with you, and we just want to know where you are, so that, like I said, whatever the goals are, we can all make them happen. So I posted that page. I know Gina, I posted the link from Keith Callahan about like bringing in new coaches and getting teams going for the new year. So that is just something that we all should be really like trying to start spending some time on, and hopefully some things that we'll be brainstorming tonight on that call after this one. So again, like if you want to run, let's do it. But like, let's just be real about where we want to go, and then go for it, balls to the wall, right? Like I have to admit, I kind of went through like a weird, funky August and September. But it is not the time to give up, and it is not like we still have again, we have plenty of time. But just be upfront about where you want to go, and don't let self limitations hold you back, I guess is the message here, right? Like don't get it into your brain that the year is over as we're heading into October. Okay, sorry, I just had to say that before we got started. And if anyone has any recognition, anyone? Did we celebrate on a call yet? I don't think we did, but I just have to celebrate Nika and Kate. Did I celebrate? Nika and Kate for locking in Emerald. And I know Kate even has locked in Success Club, so her first month of Success Starters in the bag. And yeah, we're going for it. Super excited, and welcome new coach Allison to the team. So hopefully she'll be watching this as well. And yeah, okay, Katie, I'll let you take it away.
Awesome. Okay. So Super Sunday was yesterday, and Ashley and Kayla, I know you guys have yours coming up next week because of the difference of the coaches that are going. But here in Miami, we have the honor, I guess you could say, of having multiple superstar diamond coaches and like some really high level ranking coaches that come to this event and run this event and share a lot of stuff. A lot of the coaches that I watch, a lot of their trainings on YouTube. So there's a lot that can be taken from the Miami Super Saturday. And this one, although I don't feel like it was as organized as it usually is. Some of the information that they portrayed was, I think, extremely relevant to how the business is going right now. And I know that Christina is one to, obviously, since she's on the coach advisory board, she's always looking to express the best interest of the coaches and see what's kind of going on in the network at this point in time, to express that to corporate and also to figure it out so that all the coaches can benefit from it. So there were a couple of different speakers, and one that I want to touch on really, really quickly that I posted his video in my team page, and I think I posted it in Wildflowers too, but I'm not sure, was the he was like the Latin American international development guy or whatever. So he was talking about actually the expansion into the UK. And he said, which really stuck out to me, was regardless of if you're planning on growing in the UK and getting coaches who are from the UK and really taking advantage of that launch, you want to take advantage of this launch in a sense, in the very least, even if you're not going to reach out to people in the UK, you want to build your business to 2-star at least, so that you can benefit from the bonus pool that then becomes so like an explosion of people that are going to be coming in with the UK launch in October. So you want to bring your business to where you can really utilize that volume underneath you and get the bonuses. And I had never thought of that either, Kelly. So like that to me was like, what? I need to be 2-star diamond like yesterday, obviously. But so yeah, just if you're not even planning on doing anything, do it here. Get involved with your people that are ready and willing and ready to go, and make it happen. Emerald is doable. Diamond is doable. And then, so kind of how to get there. Another one of the like superstar diamond coaches, which I don't remember her name because I don't follow a lot of top coaches, but she was very bubbly, and she talked on Facebook and the changes that have recently happened, I guess, since June. And I know all of us have kind of talked about the engagement issues on Facebook, how we felt things are changing, less comments, go for comments instead of likes, and how Shailene had talked about it a little bit at Summit as well. But she really kind of got into the little fine details of why that has changed and what you can do differently, even more so than what Shailene had already expressed. So number one was it basically comes around as far as Facebook kind of changed its mission statement from being a personal connection type thing where you connect with friends to using the words personal engagement. So Facebook now wants you to engage. And it's more building around groups and community. So I'm going to give you 9 kind of tips type things, takeaways to make sure that I hate to talk in the negative, but she kind of expressed it in negative ways, but 9 things really not to do. And I'll give you the upside of it of what to actually do. So number 1 was don't only post to friends. So what that means is if your account is still set as private, you're doing it wrong. Open up to a public page, because if you're posting only to private or friends of friends, you're limiting yourself. You're not going to get that increased engagement because Facebook wants you to build community. Number 2, and all of these things, if you do them, it's going to decrease your your affinity. It's going to decrease how you show up in the newsfeed. It's going to decrease your interaction and people's likes for you. So number 2 is scrolling the newsfeed. Don't do it. This is another reason not to just sit there and scroll, because Facebook's new algorithm is paying attention to if you're just passing things up or if you're reading people's things and engaging. They can tell how long you're looking at a picture, how much the text is there, and if you've actually read it before you pass it by. So stop the mindless scrolling. You want to engage with the post, read the post, and then actually comment on it. Okay? So number 3 was not being social. So that kind of goes along with the like just scrolling mindlessly. So if you're not being social, that means that you're not commenting on people's things, you're not liking people's things, you're not engaging in conversation. So if you're on there, you need to be social. Number 4, posting unoriginal content. Don't do that. You want to post your own things. Don't tag from Instagram. Don't tag from somebody else's post. Don't tag or share certain, like it can tell, like if you take a screenshot of something, or if somebody else has posted that same picture or the memes, or if people have posted motivational quote type pictures, Facebook can tell if that has been posted before. And if it has, it's going to drop your affinity because you're not being original. So you can use these things as
a question about that, Katie. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they talked about like pages or not, but I've been like diving into all of the videos that they're sharing with that Jesse Reagan event. And today I watched one that was telling me how to check my insights on my Facebook business page. And it actually showed that like a lot of the articles that I had been sharing had really high engagement. So I was like thinking, oh yeah, I forgot that it's good to share third party. So I just wondered if
what were the articles though?
I mean, one of them was about sex, so maybe it was that.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
The other one I think was something weird about the moon. So it's both super random, but they were both
videos or
no, they were just like links to articles.
Okay, that I'm not sure.
Okay, was wondering.
But I think more of like the memes. And
yeah, I think I've heard that too. Like Dana was talking about it when she was summarizing someone's video. It sounds like similar info, but yeah, maybe that's what it was. More like those, whatever. Okay.
And she said you can use similar things like ideas, but read the post, engage with it, and then also like make it your own. So take whatever you think worked with it, whatever the points were, and make it your own. Make your own picture, make it eye-popping, like do your own thing with it. So don't post unoriginal content. Number 5, adding in suggested friends. So she said your affinity will drop. And she's like, I know we tell our coaches all the time, you need to be adding 5 to 10 new people to your network every single day. And she said, I don't do that. She's like, I don't do it. I don't add from suggested friends. I go in, and Ashley, I know you do this as well. You go to friends of friends of friends, and you kind of see who you can engage with. And she said, once you add a friend, interact with them. So comment on their things, ask them questions, like their things, and engage with them. So don't just add 5 friends and then leave them, because if you have people on your Facebook that are not engaging with you and you're not engaging with them, it drops your complete Facebook affinity down. And so she said, at this point, she was like, delete, 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 delete. So anybody that you're not interacting with, you don't ever think you'll be, talking to them or, they're just, added them before and you're just not vibing with them. If they don't interact on Facebook, delete them, because their affinity as well is low. So they're just basically like dead weight on your Facebook, bringing you down. And then that also, if you do delete them, she said, don't go on a crazy deleting tangent, because that also can drop your Facebook affinity. So the way she deletes is she'll go in and she'll say, like, she does it very strategically. So throughout the year, she'll go to her happy birthdays. If it's somebody she's vibing with and she likes them and, hey, you're my kind of people, she'll send a, hey, happy birthday. And if they're not really her people, she'll send a happy birthday and then she'll delete them. And she said, you got to be kind of careful with that, because
sorry, you're not my person for your birthday, but bye. No.
Yeah, exactly. Well, someone busted her. She deleted them, and then like a day later, I guess they tried to like send her a message like, hey, thanks for the happy birthday, haven't talked to you in a while. And she was like, I guess we're not friends anymore. Like, and so she totally got busted that she had deleted them because the person couldn't message her back.
Why wouldn't you just delete them and not say happy birthday if they weren't on your vibe? That seems weird.
I don't know.
Learn from her mistake, I guess.
Exactly. So that would be my thing. I just wouldn't say happy birthday. And I actually did that to a couple of people today. Went through and deleted them. But she also said, don't go delete, because then that drops your affinity as well. So do it strategically throughout the day. And then, so this was the biggest one. So this is number 6 coming up. And this I've been actually doing today, and I've noticed some more interaction-ish on my Facebook, was you need to post. Oh, do not post before interacting, okay? Because she's being negative and she says everything in the negative. So do not post before interacting. So what does that mean? You need to prime your feed. So I had been previously, like, if I'm like, okay, I need to post 3 to 5 times a day, what I would do would be like, okay, I need to focus, I need to make my post, and then I'll go through and I'll do Facebook stuff, and I'll comment, and I'll do this, and I'll scroll kind of through, and I'll do this and that, whatever. She said, no, you need to interact with people first. Prime your feed, and that interaction will boost your affinity, and then you make your post. But then you can't quit there. You can't just drop everything and then say, oh, best post in the world, I'm done. You have to continue interacting. Post drop. So she said you have to continue to interact afterwards, which again builds your affinity in your interaction. So she was actually giving like percentages of what gives you the most interaction.
Wait, sorry, I had to like adjust my child.
You missed the best one.
I feel like I did. So post, like comment to a bunch of people and then post and then comment to a bunch of people again. Okay.
Yes. So prime your feed. Do not post before interacting on your page. So again, that just shows that you're being social. You're contributing to the social community, and then you're not just like, hey, whoosh, bam, like, and peace out. So what she suggested that she does when she gets on Facebook, she has a whole list of people. So going back to what you had posted, Kelly, with Keith Callahan, that would be a good thing. So get your major, huge list of people. And then she actually interacts with her dream team first. So she has her list of like her 10 in play, her dream team people. She will go through and she'll interact with them first. She'll go to their pages, she'll comment, she'll say, hey, thanks, like, you look cute, I love that dress, I love this, beautiful picture, oh my God, your baby's so big. And that to me was like, duh, crazy. Like, that's how I'm going to build relationships. That's where I've been missing because I'm always like, well, I don't know what the F to talk to these people about. And these new people that I'm adding to my page, I don't feel like I have anything to talk to them about. This is going to be what you have to talk to them about, because you're engaging on their page. You're seeing what they're interested in. You're seeing what they're communicating about and what they're interacting with on their social media. And that's going to help you learn more about them, which is huge. So then you want to interact with your dream team first, and then interact with some other people, new people that you've added, and then make your post, and then go through and interact with, follow-ups, further down the list, and just kind of keep working from there. So that kind of, she said, was a lot of like her power hour. And this all only really pertains to Facebook. She said Instagram is completely different. This is all new Facebook stuff. Number 7, do not send cold messages. It drops your affinity. Which obviously we know that if you have people on your Facebook that are not engaging with you and not engaging on Facebook, period, it hurts your Facebook account. If you send messages and they're not responded to, it hurts your account. So you want to engage with people that are engaging with you and engaging in general on Facebook. So that was a huge aha to me as well. Number 8, don't not make interactive posts. So this goes to Shailene's thing. You want to make posts where people are going to engage with you as well. You want them to comment on yours. You want to continue the conversation. You want people to ask questions. You want to answer questions and keep the conversation going, because that again shows community and shows interaction, and they want you to be social. Number 9, don't not use the toys and the tools that they give you. Every time Facebook releases a new tool, they want you to use it, because she said, which I didn't know, which I'm sure some of you know, that Facebook tried to buy Snapchat and a couple of the other social media platforms, and they couldn't do it. So all these little tricks and tools that they're adding are really to basically kind of beat out these other platforms. So they're adding them in so that you use their platform versus the other ones. So the more that you use them, like Facebook Live right now, huge. Your affinity, if you drop a Facebook Live, goes up like 17%. If you just it's like 1%. So the more you use the newer tools, the more your stuff will show up in other people's things. Anything new, you want to use it. Facebook Live, stories. She was talking about the color blocks on the comments and the likes in your posts. She said use that, because then not only are people not using it as much, it is going to raise your affinity. And if you post a color block on a list of, when we do Facebook, when it's our birthday, how many likes and comments, happy birthdays do you get? It just says, happy birthday, girl. Hope you have a good day. How many times are you going to pass that up? Say, oh, the name. Yeah. If it's like sparkles and glitter and purple and pink faded out and says happy birthday, like they're gonna see that one in the whole list of like 89 people that just said happy birthday. So then they're going to come to your page, they're going to check you out, like those types of things. So that's another thing with the happy birthdays as far as how to utilize the tools and the tricks. She also said there's research that's been done as far as the emojis go. And I had heard something before too about not to use emojis because it just makes you look like a network marketing person. If you got random emojis all out, it's just like screams network marketer. But she said it's one of those tools, it's one of those toys that they want you to use. It increases your affinity. So throw all the emojis that you want in there as far as I'm concerned. Because I was kind of shying away from using the emojis because I had heard that other thing, but now she's saying use them. It's one of the tools. They've made new keyboards for you. They've made colors. Like, if there's a new one, use it. They're giving it to you. They want you to use it. Let's see. What else did she say? This was another big one. She said she only posts 2 to 3 times a day. If you post more than 3 times a day, it drops your affinity as well. And so she was like, Beachbody, I have to post 4 to 5 times a day. And she's like, make it quality, post your 3 and do the interactions in the comments, and it's all on the backside. So she's like, in the morning, I do my workout, then I'll do something like nutritionally wise. I'll share something. I'll talk about nutrition or a recipe, get people asking questions, and then do something like family time, coaching. You always tie in the coaching or something with it to get that, exposure. So you're not posting as much, but you're posting quality and it's still in there. So that was kind of eye-opening to me. And that was what I was kind of working on today, right away, as far as like, okay, well, what is the quality that will be engaging to post about, so that I'm not, and then I didn't feel like I was like just throwing something up there. She's like, don't just post to post to get engagement and contribute. So she said at the end of the day, what you need to do, bare minimum, is do your workout, drink your shake, and raise your vibes. So have fun, which I really liked. So she said she does all of that before she goes and bees social, if that's proper English. She's like, because my energy's not going to be good if I haven't gotten in my workout. I'm going to feel blah if I haven't drank my shake. So she said, do your shit before you start engaging and talking to people about this opportunity, before you're talking to people about the shake, before you're talking to people about the workouts. You better damn well be getting your shit in. Okay. So then I've just a little bit more. I know this is a lot. She said she spends 10 to 15 minutes commenting and asking questions. So that's her priming her feed. And then she finds new friends. So she does like finds 3 new friends a day. And then she connects with the new friends by liking and commenting and messaging. She said she sends them a message almost like right away. Another way she said with interaction is she interacts with personal development. So like Tony Robbins and Shailene Johnson, like go to their bigger group pages and interact in there, because she said personal development leads to business development. And the people that are on those pages are looking to build their businesses. They're already in that mindset already. So they'll be more likely to kind of engage with you in that social community. What else? Let's see. Post engaging original content, engage, and then repeat the process. So I hope that helped. She was like amazingly awesome as far as kind of updating as far as what Facebook is doing new right now. And I think it just really makes sense for our business as well, because I know personally I was feeling like once my warm market has been depleted, I was having difficulty engaging and building the relationships with new people that I don't actually know. And this will help to boost that. So here's the call to action. Prime your feed first. So interact before you post. Post something that is going to ask a question or get questions, and ask, people asking for recipes, people asking what you're doing, what you're wearing, what you're eating, like something like that. And then keep those questions going. So answer the question, ask a question, those types of things. And then don't just, after you post, don't just stop. Go through, make sure you have your list, and then go down the line and go through, look at the people's pages and really engage and ask questions on theirs. And be more mindful of who you're adding and pay attention to who's participating in the Facebook world, because that's who's going to add to your Facebook world. Ta-da.
Awesome. Couple questions real quick. Number 8, we only have 4 minutes. I stopped paying for these, by the way. Number 8 was what?
Don't not make interactive posts.
Okay. And then another thing I just wanted to point out, sorry, I'm just talking fast, but this was so awesome, Katie, but I'm just talking fast because we have 4 minutes. Sorry, I was writing. When you're going for engagement, I don't know like if you guys have watched the call that Laura Gallup did last week about your avatar, or if you have an avatar. But honestly, like if you are not, I mean today, like as Katie was just saying, don't make a post just to make a post, which I'm so guilty of doing. And even still, sometimes I'm like, oh, personal development, like this is really speaking to me. Here's like such a cool story or whatever. And then I'm like, oh no, actually that had nothing to do with anyone that I was talking to. So it just got crickets. So like today I was going to make a post and I was like, actually maybe I should just look over my avatar first. So I did. And then I felt like I could actually speak to one specific thing in there. Like you can make a quote, a story by just like making sure that you're dialed into your avatar, and that's how you're going to get the engagement. And that's how you're going to figure out who needs to go too, like who's not engaging with your stuff. Another quick tip that I've been doing lately, you guys probably feel the same way. You get a ton of people that like maybe like or comment on your post, but then like they don't respond to your private messages. I've just been calling them out like publicly. Like one girl was like, oh my God, this is me. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, I've been messaging you, but they respond. And that's, again, another way to keep up the engagement on your post. So that's been working really well for me. But I think honestly, like, I don't know if you guys have looked at my Facebook. I mean, I made one post that I didn't even think was going to be that huge. That was, it almost had 200 likes and something crazy amount of comments. But from there, like the only thing I've changed, and I feel like my social media has like finally taken like another turn, which was like killing me. I felt so dead, is I've been looking at this. Like, that's it. This is like really the biggest piece. And I did watch a video that Dana had done about some similar tips where it was saying like weed out people, like that's hurting your social media. So I have like been kind of conscious of like adding a little bit. But like alongside all of this, like it's so important to really know who you're talking to, because that's all of what Katie shared directly correlates to what your avatar, like if you're speaking to your avatar or not. Because what if you weed out the wrong people? You don't even know. Like this comes first, and then you can go into these tips that she's sharing.
And with all of that today, and I've been in a serious slump with my communication for Beachbody, I had 2 people reach out to me and send a message and ask what I was doing, what my positivity was about, what the programs I'm doing, and what it is I do. And that hasn't happened in a really long time. And I think it really has to do with all of the actual personal engagement that I did yesterday and today. So that's a day and a half of, or really just a day of implementing this.
That's awesome. I know we're going to lose. I feel like there's a lot of other stuff, like even just watching the videos today from that other training that I could share, but we'll have to do that next time. But this was awesome.
I'll share a link to what one of the girls that I met at Super Saturday, she gave me like a kind of a thing that I think did a rundown of it. She said, I haven't looked at it yet, but I'll share it in the group page.
Oh, that would be awesome. Thanks so much, Katie. This was like super helpful, and I'm definitely going to tag everyone. I know like the other girls will be super excited to watch this for sure.
It was definitely
this was
helpful.
like
It kind
super
of
up
looked-
Kate's alley because she was like, I want to know what's working right now on social media, so I'm definitely gonna have to pass.
And
it.
that's the thing, like it really changed because we were talking about the difference, like moving from Facebook to Instagram, and because Facebook was kind of like feeling stuck and like stalled. So this, I think, is the difference that it's going to make to get back into.
So true. And while if like we have any time at all, I don't know, but as Katie's talking about that, like, you know, don't forget that as we're transitioning, and that's maybe why like we're struggling with Success Club, we still have to pay attention to this outlet of Facebook